Hi, this is Carrie Layler with Agape Transformation Practice. I am a licensed professional counselor and I work with women who are overwhelmed, would be the word. The overarching theme for many of the women that I work with is, in fact, overwhelmed. I work with business women who are creative and innovative and making things happen, who are out there running to make their dreams a reality. I work with executive women who are in corporate America and who are oftentimes struggling to be authentic in the corporate America culture and have a lifestyle where they are often trying to prove themselves and often trying to maintain a balance of happiness and authenticity in a world or in a culture that doesn't really make that easy for them. And so these women can oftentimes be living a lifestyle of overwhelmness and not even recognizing it because this is their life. This is what they know. And stress comes with the territory. Today I'm going to be talking about how can you begin to identify that you're overwhelmed. Now that might be a crazy thought in ways because we all kind of know when we're overwhelmed, right? I mean, it's not difficult, one would say. It's not difficult to recognize when you're overwhelmed. But when stress and overload becomes your lifestyle, as a woman, it's easy to not even recognize that you are overwhelmed. And so here are three things that will be an indication that, hey, you might be overwhelmed. First, fatigued. You are often fatigued and you really don't know why. You go to bed early, you think that you get enough rest, you sleep maybe longer hours than maybe you used to, but it's not really rest, it's just sleep. You wake up and you're overwhelmed. I mean, not overwhelmed. You wake up and you're still tired and you find yourself pushing through your day, being fatigued. The second thing is forgetfulness. Have you ever been in a conversation and you are talking and someone said, "What did you say?" And you don't even remember the last thing that you said? You can't even remember what you just said. I gotta say that happens to me quite a bit. But you begin to be forgetful and you have a difficult time concentrating and you're just an automatic pilot a lot of times that you don't even recognize what's going on because you're an automatic pilot, right? So forgetfulness and poor concentration. The third thing I would say is just an overarching sadness. You know, you can be amongst people and you could be smiling, engaged, and doing great things in the world, making great accomplishments, but you're still not happy. That inner happiness, that joy is just not there. And you really don't know why, because when you look at your life, you think, well, I should be happy. Things look like they're going good from the outside, but nothing really brings me joy. Nothing was really making me happy. All the accomplishments I'm making, all the changes I'm making, all of it, all of the leadership that I'm doing, all of it does not make me happy. If you recognize these three things in your life, fatigue, forgetfulness, poor concentration, that's two. Forgetfulness/poor concentration, and just a kind of numbness and unhappiness in life, then those are a sign that you may, in fact, be overwhelmed. And if so, what can you do about it? Well, there are three things that I'd recommend that you can do now that will give you the ability to shift the course of your life, right? It can change the way that you've been living so that you're not always feeling overwhelmed. And as a matter of fact, you probably weren't always feeling overwhelmed because you didn't recognize that you were overwhelmed. That's just been your life. Well, here are the three things. They're simple And they are things that, you know, that are not new. There's nothing new under the sun. But these things will make a difference when you incorporate them on a regular basis. The first thing, and they're all very simple, the first thing is breathe. A lot of times we don't even recognize our breath because everything is automatic. So we don't recognize that we're not really breathing. We may have shallow breaths, but deep breaths in the morning before you wake up and do anything. I want you just to take some time to breathe. Slow, deliberate, deep breaths. And, you know, if you wanted to add to that, you can certainly incorporate some affirmations or some visualizations of what you want the day to be like, what you're speaking into your day, whether it's I'm alive, I'm awake, and I feel great, or today is a great day, or visualizing the course of the day that you want to have. Whatever it is, the most important thing is for you to breathe. Take time to intentionally breathe. Just breathe. The second thing I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to slow down. For the women that I talked about, we're oftentimes on automatic pilot. And so things are moving. We're movers and shakers. Things are moving constantly. And we're on automatic pilot. And then we're oftentimes, you know, our minds are moving so swiftly that we begin to move faster because we're wanting to get things done. So when you're in that pace, I want you to go against what your natural inclination is, and that would be to speed up, to get more things done, to move faster, to make it happen. Stop that. I want you to do the exact opposite. When you begin to feel yourself, your mind kind of spinning off into all the things that need to be done, I want you to slow down. Go back to the breath and start breathing deeply and just slow down. Slow your thinking down, slow your movement down, slow your conversation down, slow it down. You know, there's the saying that has been said to me in the past, and that is slow down to speed up, right? Slow down to speed up. And I find that to be true. When I slow down, I can be more productive than I am if my mind is spinning and I'm moving swiftly. So breathe, take time to breathe. When our minds begin to be full and we're moving fast and everything is an automatic pilot, I want you to slow down and go back to the breath as you slow down everything that you're doing. And the third thing I want you to do is I want you to take time. Ideally, I want you to work towards having one day to yourself. Now, I know that this is challenging, or it can be challenging for some to have a day to yourself, but you can work up to that, right? You can start off with 3 hours, but I want you to take a day to yourself. We can work 7 days a week, daytime to nighttime, 14, 15 hours, 18-hour days, working when we're working for ourselves, when we're business women, or when we're in corporate America, or when we're in corporate America and we have our own business on the side that we're also doing, right? It's easy to work long hours. It's not so easy to take time off, even though we are business owners. I want you to work towards taking one day off. Build towards that. Start with 3 hours, then go to 6 hours, and then half a day, and then a full day. But I want you to consistently have 1 day off. And when you're taking that day off, you are not thinking about business. You are thinking about you. You are thinking about the things that refuel you, the things that make you happy, the simple things. If it's just being in nature, if it's just taking different classes that you like, being creative, dancing, whatever that may be for you, I want you to take the time to begin to engage in those activities more. So we're talking about the overwhelmed woman. We talked about how you can identify that you may be overwhelmed. This is just not a lifestyle. You are overwhelmed, and that does not have to be your life. And there's things you can do to stop that cycle. And some of the simple things you can do start out with breathing, taking the time to breathe, slowing down, and taking time. All right? So this is Carrie and Laylor, and I'd like you to go to my website, lovetransforming.com, and check out the events that I have for the overwhelmed woman. Because being overwhelmed does not have to be your life. We can be great, amazing, productive, and movers and shakers without running ourselves ragged. And I'm here to help you do that. Not run yourself ragged. Take care of yourself. Be more productive. Find the joy in your life and get your heart's desire. Carrie and Layla with Agape Transformation Practice. Bye.